Do you know if you are ahead or behind your peers financially? Do you earn more, spend more, or have a higher net worth than your age group? We dug deep and found some shocking financial statistics. In this video, you will find out what the average person's financial statistics reveal and how you can excel among your peers. This is investing in a nutshell. First off, income. The average income in the US was $1,041 per week in 2022. That's $54,000 a year, or $26 an hour if we assume 40-hour work weeks. Of course, the average income depends on your profession, but also your age. The average income for the age group 20 to 24 years is $36,000 per year, or $17 an hour. The 25 to 34 age group sees a sharp increase to $52,000. Close to the total average. This is $25 an hour. If you're 35 to 44 years, you need to make more than $62,000 to beat the average, or $30 per hour. The 45 to 54-year-olds barely make any more, at an average of $63,000, still $30 per hour. From here, we actually see a decline in income. The 55 to 64-year-olds average $61,000, or $29 per hour. It's important to remember that different states have different taxes and costs for housing, meaning that you will have more money left to spend on everything else in some states and less in others. Regarding spending, the average household spends $5,577 per month, or $67,000 per year. Do you spend this much a year? 34% of all spending, or $1,885 per year, is for housing expenditures. This figure might rise for the coming years as the interest rates have increased substantially, as well as general inflation, but more on that later. Most people who buy a car use a car loan to make the purchase. The average monthly payment for a new car is $716 per month, while it's $526 for a used car. Not everyone owns a new car, but everyone has expenses for transportation, which includes any car loan, maintenance, insurance, gas, public transport tickets, and any other costs associated with transportation. In total, transportation adds up to $913 per month on an average for a household, or 16% of the total expenditures. Housing and transportation account for half the average spending, but what is the rest? Of course, food is essential and amounts to $691 a month, or 12% of the total spending. That means that the remaining 38% of spending is not for housing, transportation, or for food. In fact, the average household spends $1,500 per month on non-essential items. That's $50 spent each and every day on entertainment and other non-essential items. It makes us wonder how so many claim that they're poor. It could be that their spending habits are the true root cause for their poverty and not the lack of income. Don't get us wrong, you need to enjoy life, but maybe you could achieve the same amount of joy and happiness with a third of the amount spent on non-essentials. Remember to pay yourself first, always, to kickstart your savings. The average savings rate is 6% after taxes, but some of these savings are for short-term projects, like a new car, down payment for a house, or maybe a kitchen renovation. The long-term savings for retirement and wealth creation is therefore even lower. You should save 10% or more of your after-tax salary for long-term investing in wealth creation. A kitchen renovation costs on average a staggering $26,000, a new car $47,000, and just the down payment for a house is on average $62,000. Savings for short-term projects are often not enough, and therefore includes a loan to finance it. The average car loan for a new car is $41,000 at a 6% interest rate, meaning most people only provide a $6,000 down payment at purchase. Used cars are cheaper, resulting in car loans on average to be about $27,800, but the interest rate is higher at 10%. When it comes to housing, we can clearly see that the housing prices have increased the last few years. The average existing mortgage is $220,000, while new mortgage is exactly double, $440,000. The interest rates as of the recording of this video are between 6 and 7%. There is a heated debate in many circles on student debt, The average federal student debt is $38,000, and the average private student debt is $55,000. The shocking fact is that this has tripled since 2007. Lastly, we have credit cards. The average person has $5,221 in credit card debt, or $9,260 if we look at each household. We found these figures to be surprisingly high. Remember that credit cards have very high interest rates, at an average of 19.2%, according to MoneyGeeks. 19% is much higher than you can expect to make as an investor. Therefore, you should pay off any credit card debt before you start to invest. The credit card debt also varies by age. $2,300 for age 18 to 23, $4,600 for age 24 to 39, $7,200 for age 30 to 55, $6,200 for age 56 to 74, and $3,800 for those above 75. If we consider all debt in total, the average American has $95,371 in debt, costing an average $1,233 in monthly down payments. The mean household debt is $122,000. Remember that many people must pay this without owning their own house. $1,233 is a significant amount of money and can explain why some people struggle financially. Luckily, you can still acquire a fortune, even with debt. Debt is not necessarily a bad thing as long as it serves your finances instead of penalizing your finances. The best measurement for any person's wealth is their net worth, which you can calculate by taking everything you own, like your house, car, cash, stocks, and so forth, and then subtract all you owe, like your mortgage. The average household net worth is surprisingly high. It's $748,800. This is because the richest 1% have substantial fortunes that increase the average by several hundred thousand. The median provides a more realistic picture and is therefore a much better metric. The most recent median household net worth is $121,600. Are you wealthier than those your age? Calculate and compare. If you're under 35, it won't take much to beat the median, which is $14,000. From 35 to 44, it takes a giant leap. The median for this group is $91,000. From 45 to 54, it's $168,000. $212,000 for those age 55 to 64, and finally $266,000 for age 65 to 74. Not everyone owns their own home. In fact, 65% in the U.S. own their home, meaning 35% of adults rent their home. The home ownership increases with age, which is no surprise. Just 38% of those ages below 35 own their own home, 61% in the age group 35 to 44, 70% for ages 45 to 54, 75% of those aged 55 to 64, and finally 79% of everyone aged 65 or above own their home. The average age of first-time buyers is increasing rapidly due to higher housing prices. It is now at an all-time high of 36 years. In addition, the average size of new single-family homes are increasing, with a median size of 2,400 feet. People want more bedrooms, more bathrooms, and larger living rooms, which in turn makes houses more expensive to build and buy. We've seen that income, net worth, and home ownership increases with age, and so does retirement savings. Few start to save for retirement when they're young, as the statistics clearly show. The median amount saved for those 25 and younger is just $1,786. We see a minor increase to $14,000 for age 25 to 34, and a sharp increase to $36,000 for age 35 to 44. Once you're 45 to 54 years old, you know retirement is coming up, and you need to save more, but the median is still just $62,000. The median amount saved when you reach retirement is $90,000. $90,000 is not nothing, but is it enough? By applying the 4% rule, which states that you can extract 4% of your investments every year, and your investments should still keep pace with inflation, you can extract $300 every month from your investment portfolio. A small amount, but we can also add the average Social Security benefit, which is $1,550 each month. Your total monthly budget would thus be $1,850, or a third of the average household spending. Hopefully you have a spouse, doubling the total amount to $3,700, or two-thirds of the average household spending. The average retirement age is 61 years old, and for the rest of their lives, the median retiree will have to live frugally. In order to avoid this fate, you need to find ways to increase your income, reduce your spending, and invest early. If you start early, it's easy, and it will take determination and hard work if you're past 40 with little or no savings. But it can be done. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.